We're gonna talk about the coach in a minute, but look, before we do that, so many people have come after you. I know you've had to deal with it over the years. I am somebody that grew up on NBC4 watching Lou Holtz, watching the Fighting Irish, Rick Meyer. I've said this many a time. I was one of the people that said he will be the next Joe Montana. I
Mhm.
was wrong. I was wrong. Period. But I mean, you have Ricky Waters, you have Jerome Bettis, Chris Zora. I mean, all these great names in the early '90s, and I just remember watching them, and I just remember thinking like, there's Notre Dame, and then there's the rest of college football. You know what I mean? That's just and it was more the folklore than the actual football and everything. So many years you've had to deal with their regular season good, but they can't do anything in the big game. They choke in the big game. Notre Dame can't, Notre Dame. Oh, we know they'll be fine, but they can't even get in the conference. Are you back? Is it? Are y'all here? Is it the Nuke? I mean, maybe not Nuke Rockney and the Four Horsemen, but I mean contender like back.
Yeah, it's a really interesting question, and I guess I have to answer it in a couple different ways.
Yeah.
Um, the first is, um, we can go back to 2012, and you can only name four other teams since 2012 that have more wins than Notre Dame. So let's put that in perspective, and that's with one
Hmm.
horrific year that dragged us down during that time. Now, so from that standpoint, consistency, always being there. What Freeman is doing, we'll dive into that, I'm sure. But what Brian Kelly did set up, um, even with some of the mixed feelings about losing him and his tenure. Um, so consistency wise, like yeah. I mean, we've been back since 2012 when you're in the top five in wins for all of college football.
Hmm.
Now, the bigger point, yes, 100%. It's been a monkey on my back and on our back for my entire fanhood of not having the big wins and showing up. And I think, Philip Rivers, NC State Gator Bowl torched us. Jumped to Ohio State Fiesta Bowl, Troy Smith torched us. Um, I can just think game after game, Jamarcus Russell, LSU.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so all these, these are the BCS games that we're making it to, and at that time, not showing up, um, and then getting into the playoff era, making a couple more, um, you know, uh, BCS college football playoff um, games, all that good stuff. Ohio State gets us again. We come up against a historic Alabama team.
Hmm.
We come up against a historic Clemson team, and it the writing's on the wall. It says what it says. Didn't show up. Um, but this year was, getting the win against Indiana was like, uh, okay, it's at least nobody can say that we don't have a college football playoff win or a big win. But
Right.
is it really a big win? Um, it is more symbolically than maybe it is necessarily on the field. But the Georgia and Penn State back to back, that was pretty special, and uh, I don't have to listen to that no more, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, nobody says. I know in my heart that I don't have to listen to those critics anymore regarding not showing up for big games. You know when you show up big time, you take
Hmm.
down those dogs. Hopefully, those dogs are listening. They know I love them.
Hmm.
But
Hmm. Woof.
um, it was a heck of a game there, and then against what I still think currently is the standard of college football as far as on the field,
Oh.
and uh, and then Penn State. Um, that one had some interesting storylines to it,
Hmm.
uh, and James Franklin maybe ticked off the wrong coach, before the game that time, and
Hmm.
just a little extra juice. So
Yeah.
putting down Penn State felt better than putting down Georgia. So,
Oh, I believe it. I believe now. Putting down Georgia wasn't bad. That
oh,
took a little bit pleasure in that.
I know
I'm not
you
gonna
did. I know
say.
you did.
I
Uh,
needed for some people to pump their brakes. All right, pull over. All right, because they were a little too speedy in their attempt to accelerate the conversation.
yeah,
So you
but
know,
even with that one, it was still of course, before we play, don't stand a chance from
yep,
anybody talking
yep.
about it. And then after we win, it's, well, they didn't have their quarterback. Before the game, it was, well, they're better off with their backup quarterback. So,
Mm, hmm.
eh, so the Penn State game, there were no question marks there. Abdul Carter was a freak.
Yeah.
Uh, backs played well. So, um, no caveats to the Penn State game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
Ohio
hey,
State, tip of the cap, man. I
it's
mean,
Ohio State. I mean, we've talked about the $20 million roster. We've talked about how great Jeremiah Smith is. Like we've talked about how good this team is. So to see what they did, we know. Shout out to our guy Alex Loosemore. His Michigan Wolverines were able to beat them, but Ohio State in that game clearly tried to play Michigan's style of play, and
yeah.
that's not what they do, and that's how they lost it.
And that was, I mean, it's not a apples, but that was their Northern Illinois.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, they
Because
became
they never looked back after that.
a team after that game. So,
Hmm.
um, yeah, but a heck of a season, man. Really proud of
Yeah.
it. And, I've thought we were back, but now I don't feel like I have to listen to the arguments of
Mm-mm.
people who say we suck.
Oh no,
So,
three playoff wins in a year. No, yeah, you're back. Period. We'll just say it. Let's put a ball on your back. Let's get into it.